is going on? It's Mike B, and thank you for taking the time to check out this video. So, let's get started with it. Today is day number 16 of the Raw Reboot Challenge. Can you believe it? 16. I mean, we're officially into week number 3 of the Raw Challenge. And, as I started all my videos, it's going great. I mean, it's way better than I expected. I haven't experienced any other detox symptoms besides the one with the skin issues, but that's very minor compared to what I was coming into this expecting. My energy levels are great. They only seem to be getting better and more consistent, higher energy, especially in the mornings. It's crazy. I go to work super early, and I'll drink a liter of water before I go to work, and I won't eat anything until about maybe 4 hours into work. What I will do is I do take limeade with me, and I'll drink limeade, every break that I get. But yeah, I don't eat for between 4 to 6 hours sometimes, and I feel amazing. But I'm constantly drinking water every chance I get. But without any food in my system, I feel light. I feel energetic. So it's been going great. It's been going really well. Everybody that's been on the challenge, everybody that's been doing their thing, they've been going through ups, downs. Some have been having phenomenal experiences. Some have been having just horrific experiences. But the one common denominator between everybody doing this challenge is that they understand that this is for the greater good of the bigger picture. And they understand that because they've done the research. They know the facts. They didn't come into this blind, just on a whim saying, oh, well, let's just hope for the best. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to follow somebody. They did their own research. They had been wanting to do this for a while. And, they had an opportunity to join along with me in my journey. And it's been going interesting. That's the word I should probably use. It's been interesting for every single person that's done it. But definitely beneficial in the end. Even if you weren't able to stick with the program or the challenge throughout the entire thing, it's all right, because it's a learning curve. It's an experience. It's a stepping stone. Every move we make is a stepping stone. So that's something that I wanted to talk about. Stepping stones. Now, we go by chapters of life. This is a new chapter in your life, or that's an old chapter of your life. Well, really, it's all stepping stones. Now, sometimes you might stumble, you might fall, but it doesn't mean you have to stop climbing. Some people choose to. Choices. It's a big thing. Nobody has to do anything. You don't have to be a certain way. You choose to be a certain way, and you don't have to do anything. But based on your character, you choose to do things. So when you choose to take leaps of faith and choose to go on new adventures, you don't always know where you're going to end up. And 9 times out of 10, the greatest experiences have come from not knowing, stepping into something that you were interested in and not having any clue what the outcome might be. That's what makes it great. Living in the wonder of the universe. Everybody wants to be in the know, to know the facts, to know the hard proof. I want to see it. I want to believe it. I want to know it. And that has its place. Don't get me wrong. That has its place for sure. But don't underestimate the feeling that comes with just diving into the mystery of life. Don't be afraid to open doors that you don't know what's on the other side, because it could be greatness. It could be life-changing. So when you take risks like this is a risk. A 30-day Raw challenge is a risk on many different levels, financially, time wise, personality wise. I mean, this can literally change your mood. Um, you know, Health wise, you don't necessarily know how you're going to react to these things. Um, but you take a risk because you look at the overwhelming evidence that many people have had success with doing things like this. And there are a few cases of people that don't have success. Some people have failed. But if you go and you look at why they failed, you can kind of spot certain things that it's like, oh, well, okay, well, that might be the reason. Um, but hey, like I said, it's a learning curve. It is a stepping stone. Every single thing you do, whether it's a successful thing or whether it's a mistake, I mean, it's all stepping stones for you to become the greatest version of yourself. You see, so all of this, right? Me, for example, I used to be a certain way. I used to have really bad habits, and it led me into a life that I didn't want to be a part of, but I felt like I needed to go through that. Especially at the time, I felt like what I was doing then was going to help me prepare for what I was going to go through in the future. But I didn't know what the future was. I didn't know what was going to happen or where I was going to go. I had no direction in life. I was just kind of going from event to event, thinking that whatever it is that I'm doing right now is going to help me in the future. Little did I know that I was going to be a vegan musician, poet, I can't say activist, but somewhat of an activist, advocate, vlogger. Um, I didn't know it. I never would have expected that this was the route that I was going to go. Even like 4 or 5 years ago, I would never have expected this was going to be it. But everything that I had went through was a stepping stone to get here, the good and the bad. So it's quite interesting. So just understand that no matter where you are and no matter what you're doing, just do something. Do something that you feel could potentially put you on a path to achieving goals that you've set out for yourself. Sometimes they're small. Sometimes you have to just work with what you have. And they could be small goals that you set for yourself. And those tiny little goals usually will build up, and they will become something great. You will have a foundation that is unbreakable. And we do have to rewire ourselves sometimes. We do have to break old habits. We have to break loose from chains that have been holding us back. And it's not always easy. But if you go out and you look for the right support system, you will find people who are doing the exact same thing, that want to change and want to climb those stepping stones right along with you. So don't be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid to fail, because it's all a stepping stone. It's all a part of you becoming the greatest version of yourself. And just understand that me personally, I may not know you. You may not know me. But understand that you have support here. And you have love here. You might say, well, who the hell are you? I'm just somebody. Somebody. I am a soul that is taking over this form of a person to share part of the light with you, because you have light inside of you, and I can only hope that you share that with me and the rest of the world, because you deserve it and the rest of us deserve it. We're all great, we are all unique, and we are all spectacular, but we can't be afraid to fall. Just understand that. So thank you so very much for listening. My name is Mike B, and once again, much vegan love.